Good day, good day. How are you, Mr. Tabo Mahupa, again for security training? Like I promised you in my last installment, that I'm coming up with the Grade D final examination questions and answers. Here we are, and this is what I'm going to do today. All right. If you remember, I said grade D it consists of 9 modules, of which 8 are theoretical, and then the ninth one is a practical module, which is about self-defense and minimum force. And then, so that one I'm gonna do when we finish EDC. Then I'll do it practical and then shoot videos for that, as well as module 6 at grade E, which is discipline. Right. So the modules that we did in grade D, we're starting from module 1, public relations, module 2, basic firefighting, module 3, radio communication, module 4, access control, module 5, occupational safety, module 6, pocket books and occurrence books, module 7, search procedures and techniques, as well as module 8, which is legal aspects 1. All right. Before we waste any time, let's go to the modules now, starting with module 1, which is public relations. Right. Public relations is the same public relations that we did from grade E, which was talking about the good impressions and the poor impressions, of which the security officer is supposed to stick to the good impressions. So question 1 says, list 5 good impressions. Number 1, dress smartly. 2, professional attitude. 3, communicate effectively. 4, show concern. 5, demonstrate good manners. That is question 1. Question 2, it says list 5 poor impressions. We've got things like number 1, disinterest. 2, crude speech. 3, rumor spreading. 4, incompetency. 5, incomplete uniform. 6, abuse of authority. 7, poor communication. So you only put 5 there. So those are the only 2 questions under module 1. Right. Done and dusted module 1. Let's go to module 2. Module 2, it's basic firefighting. This module was taken from module 10, grade E, which is correct use of a fire extinguisher. Then it extended to grade D when it's now called basic firefighting. All right. We've got about 3 or 4 questions. Question 1 says list 3 elements of fire. If you remember, we did the elements of fire, and then number 1, fuel. 2, heat. 3, oxygen. Those are the elements of fire. Right. Question 2 says list 5 types of extinguishers. Number 1, water extinguisher. 2, carbon dioxide extinguisher. 3, dry chemical powder extinguisher, or in short DCP. 4, foam vaporizing liquid extinguisher, or in short 5 BCF. Those are the 5 types of extinguishers. Right. Question 3 says list 5 classes of fire and give 3 examples of fuel to each. A, that is fire involving combustible materials. Examples being wood to pepper coal. B, fire involving flammable liquids, e.g. petrol, paraffin, benzene. C, that is any type of fire, class A or B, in the presence of live electrical wiring. Examples, generators, cable overloading, as well as switchboard. Right. Now, D, it's fire on metal surfaces. Right. Examples, sodium, potassium, zinc, or aluminium. Right. Class E fire, that is gas fire. Examples given, butane, methane, and propane. Right. Then we come to question 4, which says, list 5 methods of starving a fire. Methods of starving a fire, we do that in elementary firefighting, right? Whereby they talk about you blanket a small fire with a bag, which means cover it with a bag, right? You can either pour sand or earth, right, to actually extinguish the fire, or you can hose down hot holes, right? Then you must also isolate electrical mains and remove combustible materials away, right? You have also to close windows and doors in case the fire is indoors. So those are the 4 questions that are there, right? Module 3, radio communication. We've got the phonetic alphabet that we did, which we used to disguise information that we are sending to any other person so that other people may not understand what we are trying to talk about, which go as A for Alpha, B for Bravo, C for Charlie, D for Delta, E for Echo, F for Foxtrot, G for Golf, H for Hotel, I for India, J for Juliet, K for Kilo, L for Lima, M for Mike, N for November, O for Oscar, P for Papa, Q for Quebec, R for Romeo, S for Sierra, T for Tango, U for Uniform, V for Victor, W for Whiskey, X for X-ray, Y for Yankee, Z for Zulu. So what they do in this question paper, they just give you an alphabet. Then you have to fill in the phonetic word, any alphabet. So I was just doing this as a reminder so that you must check and try to get used to the meaning of the alphabets in phonetic. They will give you about 10 of them, and they expect you to fill in the phonetic word out of the alphabet. That is question 1. Question 2 now under care and handling of radio. They ask you things to check when booking out a radio. That is question 2. List 5 things to check when booking out a radio. Number 1 is antenna. 2, on and off switch. 3, volume. 4, channel. 5, squelch. 6, battery. 7, radio number. 8, condition of radio. So you just give 5 out of those 8. All right. Question 3, they ask about the do's and don'ts in radio communication, which is number 1, do not use abusive language over the air. 2, do not play music in the background. 3, keep radio room secure. 4, do not put it down in sun or in dust. 5, treat it as technical equipment and handle it with care. All right, that's all about radio communication, which is module 3. Then we go now to module 4, which is called access control. Right. Question 1, define access control. Or what is access control? It is the application of systems or methods to control entry, exit, as well as passage of people, vehicles, and goods into and out of premises. That is your question 1. Define access control, or what is access control? Right. Question 2 says, list 5 reasons for access control, which is the reasons why we do access control. Number 1, we want to know who is going to access into which area. 2, how they are identified. 3, egress procedure, which means way in and way out. 4, how they are monitored during their period of week of visit. 5, observing all orders related to access control. Right. Question 3, list 5 functions of access control. Right. 1, control of visitors. 2, supervising entry and exit of all regular employees. 3, maintaining the visitors book. 4, regulating all vehicles, people, and parcels entering or leaving the premises. 5, conducting of searches. 6, escorts. So you just put 5 there. Right. That's question 3. Question 4, list 5 security aids for access control to be effective. The security aids are the things that assist in doing access control. Right, we've got things like gates, walls, fences, alarms, turnstiles, burglar proofing, doors, windows. They only want you to list 5. Right. access control done. Then we go to module 5, occupational safety. This is where we're talking about the accident, the causes of accident, unsafe acts and unsafe conditions. So question 1 says, define accident. It is an undesirable event often caused by unsafe acts or unsafe conditions which result in injury to personnel or damage to property. That is an accident. Question 2, list 5 basic causes of accidents. 1, lack of knowledge. Number 2, improper attitude. 3, physical or mental defect. 4, inadequate work standard. 5, unsafe conditions. Right. Question 3 says, list 5 unsafe conditions. Number 1, unsafe construction. 2, poorly lit up areas. 3, uneven or slippery floors. 4, overcrowding. 5, unsafe arrangement of equipment and materials. Done with module 5, that is occupational safety. Module 6, pocketbook and occurrence books. Question 1 says, list 5 reasons for keeping a pocketbook. Right. 1, recording of hours of duty worked. 2, recording of irregularities and hazards. 3, arrests made. 4, found property. 5, particulars of file. Right. Question 2 says, list the procedure for recording information in a pocketbook, which is 6. That's where you answer the 6 critical questions. When you are recording information in a pocketbook, you use number 1, who, 2, what, 3, where, 4, when, 5, why, 6, how. That's it. That is the procedure for recording information in a pocketbook. Right. Question 3 says, on ways on how to take care of a pocketbook. List 5 ways on how to take care of a pocketbook. 1, pocketbook must be kept in a clean and neat condition. 2, do not skip any lines. 3, if you make a wrongful entry, you must just draw a line through it, and then you sign so that you vouch it's you who did that. And then 4, when a pocketbook is full, handed to the supervisor before a new one is issued. 5, all entries must be made in chronological sequence. Right. That's all about pocketbook. Then we come to the occurrence books. Right. List 5 uses of an occurrence book. Okay. Recording daily duty on, duty off, patrol starting time and ending time, site visits, incidents on site, arrests made, particulars of fire, instructions and messages. That's all about module 6, which is pocketbooks and occurrence books. Then we come to module 7. Module 7 was about search procedures and techniques. Question 1 says, list 5 golden rules of searching. Number 1, identify a person. 2, search thoroughly and systematically. 3, put yourself in place of a person being searched and imagine where you could hide an article and then you search there. Number 4, beware of possible attacks during a search. 5, searching must be conducted within the bounds of the Criminal Procedure Act, which is the law. Right. Question 2 says, list 5 things to look for during searching. What are we looking for? 1, any suspicious objects or detonators. 2, prohibited firearms and knives. 3, prohibited drugs and liquor. 4, precious metals. 5, stolen property from the company. Right. Question 3 says, list the procedure for searching vehicles. 1, the driver of the vehicle must be informed that they in the vehicle are liable to be searched. Number 2, all persons must get out of the vehicle. Number 3, one security guard must do the searching, while a second security guard must supervise the search. He will tell which places have been missed, which must be searched again. 4, if they refuse to be searched, deny access. Right. Question 4 says, list 6 places when you search a person you will check. Number 1, headgear must be removed. 2, underarms. 3, behind. 4, pockets. 5, socks. 6, crotch area. We're done now about search procedures and techniques. And then module 8, legal aspects 1. Question 1, define crime. Crime is an unlawful human conduct punishable by the state. Question 2, list 3 articles that the state may seize. Number 1, articles concerned in the commission of crime. 2, articles which may afford evidence in the commission of crime. 3, articles which are intended to be used in the commission of crime. Right. Question 3 says, list 5 actions that will constitute a criminal offense if you do any of those on somebody's vehicle without the permission of the owner. 1, climb upon such a vehicle. 2, start the vehicle. 3, put it in gear. 4, tamper with any accessories and equipment within the vehicle. 5, drive it in a public road. Right. After that, then we go now to section 1 of the General Law Amendment Act 50 of 1956, unauthorized use of another's property, where it says any person who without a bona fide claim or right and without the consent of the owner, therefore removes any property from the control of the owner or any other person competent to give such consent, even if he intended throughout to return the property to the owner or the person from whose control he removed it, shall, unless it is proven that such person at the time of removal had reasonable grounds for believing that the owner or such person may have consented to such use, if he had known about it, shall be guilty of an offense. So the words that they removed there is number 1, bona fide. 2, consent. 3, competent. 4, consent. 5, person. 6, grounds. 7, believing. And then 8, offense. Those are the words that they remove. They leave blank spaces and then you must just fill in. Right, that's question 5. Question 6 now, it's section 36 of the General Law Amendment Act, which says any person who is found in possession of goods, of any goods other than stock or produce to which there is reasonable suspicion that they've been stolen and is unable to give satisfactory account of such possession shall be guilty of an offense. Right. They remove possession, then they remove stolen, and they remove produce, and they remove suspicion and offense. Those are the words they remove. It will be blank spaces, then you just have to fill it in. That is your grade D final examination. The module 9 is a practical module where we actually assess performance of a practical subject and give you marks according to you, the performance that you actually displayed. Then we just insert the marks. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. I hope you benefited a lot and you're going to pass your exams. Thanks. Have a nice day.